you doing? I'm Tony Prince. Welcome to Boxing Profiles. You know, I was home and I was sitting on my couch and I was doing a little bit of thinking. So I decided to come out here and do this video. Now, in this video, you know, um, we all know that Canelo Alvarez lost the fight. But this is only the second fight that he lost. And I have to say something here. A lot of people have been down on Canelo, and they've been saying some things about Canelo that, it's to me, it's unfair. Okay, Canelo's one of my favorite fighters. I'll be straight up and honest with you guys. Okay, I love Canelo. I love the things that he do in the ring. There's a couple things I disagree with. I think once you climb that ladder and you're the man. Hey man, you got a big target on your back. Okay, yeah, you ran into a guy that you were you couldn't crack the code, as everybody would say, the code, or whatever that means. But the bottom line to it is, okay, you lost, you move on. What I would like to see from Canelo and the Hispanic community would like to see Canelo get back in the ring. Okay, but he needs to do it in his own time. There's a few things he's got to sort out in his heart and his mind, and things that he has to do with his wife and his family before he can come back. So once he does that, I do believe he's going to come back better and more dangerous than ever, and more determined. There's a lot of great fights out there for Canelo. I mean, he's still a young man, but the Latino community needs this. They've been cheering on Canelo for years and years and years. And after all, folks, let's be honest, okay? Right now, Canelo is still the face of boxing right now, okay? So bottom line to it is, Canelo, if you're out there and you see this video, take the time that you need and you just go right ahead, man, and you continue training, get back in there. And then I do see him becoming more and more determined, okay? Now, there's another thing that I'm going to have to say that is true that I've been seeing from a lot of the Latino fighters. I've been seeing a couple fights where a lot of Latino fighters are not using their jab. I mean, you're not going to be able to get on the inside unless you're using your jab, okay? I mean, the jab is the key to everything. You have to use the jab. Walking in without a jab gets you destroyed, because your opponent is just free shots that you're giving him. Okay, so right now, I think the Latino fighters need to stop, take a look back, and I think they need to evolutionize their style of fighting, their style of boxing. And the reason why I'm saying that is because let's go back a few years ago. Let's go back to Julio Cesar Chavez. Julio Cesar Chavez, hey, he utilized the jab. Julio Cesar Chavez used an up and down method, okay? And you cannot tell me that it does not work. It works 100%, because you have to master it and you have to be consistent with it. You can't go in there and throw a couple punches and then you stop and that's it. You have to be consistent in what you're doing and what your attack is. It keeps your opponent off balance. That's why the jab is so important. We saw what happened between him and Meldrick Taylor. Well, beautiful fight. Okay, both men were they just put their hearts, their souls, their minds, their body, their blood, sweat, tears into that fight. Come on, guys. Look, that kind of fight is very, very memorable. Okay, and we'll be talking about it for ages and ages. I mean, just watching those guys fight. Okay, well, again, to my Latino community, it's time for your boxing skills to start evolutionizing. You need to revitalize your skills. Rethink some of the things that you're doing. The jab has to be used in order for you to have more and more success. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen once you guys start doing this, okay? Once you guys start doing this, what's going to happen is we're going to see better fights, more inside fighting with better trade-off, and it's going to make boxing that much better. Remember something? You heard it first here on Boxing Profiles. This is where you first heard this, okay? So as of right now, I'm going to say it again. For the Latino community, your boxing skills have to be revitalize, and evolutionize. That's what's happening right now with the African American fighters, okay? You know, Floyd Money Mayweather is the cause of all these fighters wanting to become undisputed. So, the same thing with my Latino brothers and sisters. Hey guys, the only way to become undisputed is you have to constantly learn and be consistent in your attack on your opponent. Okay? I mean, the jab has to be blocked, the jab has to be used, and positioning and timing is everything. So, again, let's look towards the face of boxing. Canelo, the Latino community needs you to get back out there and to start fighting again. Because again, you're still the face of boxing. You know, I know some people are going to disagree with me, but look, I don't care, because I'm going to tell you guys straight up. Boxing is a game, is how we all feed our families, okay? And I'm a real person, all right? I've been in the fight game. Like I said, I'm a former professional fighter. I know what it's like to be on the winning side and the losing side. So I'm going to tell you just straight up just how it is, okay? Look, when a man loses a fight, he's hurt. When a man like Canelo loses a fight, he is deeply hurt inside of him. Now, there's some things that could happen. One, could bring rage out of the man, okay? You know, I know there's an incident, I'm not going to mention the fighter's name, but there was a rage that he threw a boulder through, I believe it might have been his wife's car window, out of rage, out of a fight that he had back that he had lost, and he was the champion for years and years and years. You know, so there's different things on how different people react. So, again, Latino community, the jab has to be utilized. It's a very effective punch. You know, find yourself a coach out there, how to utilize the jab. It is an art form. And you also need to know how to block the jab and understand more and more about positioning and your timing, because I want to see memorable fights for years and years to come. Okay, so that's all I got for you. But remember, Boxing Profiles, you heard it here first. Okay, Boxing Profiles. If you guys like this sort of content, go ahead and like and subscribe and destroy, smash, obliterate, okay, that like button, okay? And I'll just let you guys know I'm here, and I'll be back at you guys real soon, okay? And Canelo, my man, you just keep your head up, all right? From Coach Prince, and I'm out.